This video is brought to you by Bantio TCG.
What's up guys, Kurtaka here, and today I'm here with another Digimon deck profile. Today we will be going over the Appmon deck from BT-21. So sorry for the gap in uploads. I've been pretty preoccupied with family stuff over the weekend and last week. So yeah, I haven't had too much time to playtest and just make content in general. But I'm back now, and we are pretty much at the end of our BT-21 deck profiles. So probably next week we'll be kind of playing for content as well. But anyway, let's get right into that profile. We'll talk about the stuff at the end. So yeah, the Appmon deck, very fun deck to play with, new mechanic, and yeah, there's not too much variation with the deck, but what we have right now, we can work with it. So with the Digimon, we're running 4 of the Appmon. So this one is whenever you link. Whenever this Digimon links, you can draw a card. So instead of drawing one, we can just draw one from evolution. We can just draw one from linking. Because when you link, you don't get the draw, but when you app fuse, you do. So this will help maintain some card advantage for you whenever you link. Alright, let's start off from level 3s actually, because I think bottom end is a little bit more important than top end in the deck. So for the level 3s, we're running 4 of the Carismon. So this card ability is, when this card gets linked, if you have one of your tamers, you can play a Haru from your hand without paying its cost. So yeah, there we go. And then we are running 4 of the Navimon. So Navimon is here to help you search. So this is the secret for the deck, and it's on play. Look at the top 3, add one card with Appmon trait, and you can also add an app driver trait card to your hand, and you put the rest at the bottom. So you'll be grabbing your Haru, and then the their link abilities. This one gives piercing, and then this one gives raid. So they do give some abilities. These are not inherent abilities though, so don't get that mixed up. So keep in mind for the link abilities here, they do not activate on the evolution source. They only activate when they are linked. So when they're linked, it's sideways like this. So how you pay for a link is by looking at the cost here. Right now, as it says link, and the condition is for it to be Appmon for 1 cost. So you pay 1 memory to just link it here, and then this will get the abilities, and then you also activate abilities that activate when a link happens. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, instead of being an inherent source, it becomes a link card, and then you just get the ability from there. But if you do app fuse, which app fusing, I will go over that when we go to level 4s. But let's go over the finished level 3s first. So we're also running 3 of the Watchmon. So Watchmon is on play until your opponent's turn ends. One of the Digimon cannot attack players, so it helps you stall for a little bit. Not super important in this deck, but I think the link ability is pretty good. It stops it's the same thing. It stops one of your opponent's Digimon from attacking player. So I think it's pretty good for that. And then we also have 3 of the Carismon, which gives minus 3,000 to all of your opponent's security. So this one also has that security ability, which is it comes out. So just nice to have a little card there. But I think the Carismon's abilities, the link ability is pretty good, because you'll be able to give minus 3,000, which is good since we're actually not attacking with just our high end stuff. We can attack with our low end stuff, just because whenever you link, it just gives it a buff. So even if you're linking like this, your Carismon will have a 4K. So you'll be able to do some. It's not amazing, but it's pretty big for level 3. So yeah, there's that. And then we are also running for the level 4s, we're running 4 of the Dogma. So this is a card that can app fuse on top of a Carismon, Navimon, and Tweetmon. So what is a app fuse? So for example, if your Carismon is linked with a Navimon, you can declare an app fuse, And what you do is you have to place this on top of your Gashmon, and then you can Digivolve into the Gashmon, and then you'll be able to draw one. But these are not inherent abilities again, so you will cover them up just to make sure you're not confusing it. So look at this. So your stack will be pretty light on inherent abilities, but then you can further link. Like for example, there's a lot of cards in this deck that can help you link after you do an app fuse, or link at the end of turn. So you'll have some links regardless, which is pretty nice. But yeah, that's pretty much what the app fuse does. And then for the Dogma's ability is it's got Rush, Raid, and then when this Digimon is linked, it can attack. So the good thing is, if you do that, so you can like, for example, hard cast this. Like if you have it in a memory, you can hard cast this and link, and then you will do your thing, and then you can app fuse, and then your Dogashmon can attack because it has Rush. So it does cost 4 memory, but 4 memory having a level 4 on the board with Rush and Raid is not bad. And then also, if you pass turn like this, we do have cards that can help you link at the end of turn, which will then also help you proc the Dogashmon's ability, which is when this Digimon gets linked, it can attack. So yeah, there's a lot of really fun combos you can do with this deck. It is very piece reliant, very similar to how the Digicross worked when it first came out, but that mechanic I think is a little bit more busted than this one, but because I think they kind of figured out what the problem was. But yeah. Alright, so next we have 4 of the Timon. So Timon is another level 4 running in this deck. So Timon is linked with Watchmon, Savemon, and Calendarmon. So we are running Calendarmon and Watchmon, so you can app fuse into the Timon. But we're running less pieces of those, so you won't do it as consistently. But it's okay. You can link this onto the Dogashmon, and then you can still digifuse into the Globemon. So Timon is pretty good as well. It's a blocker, and then you can on when this card gets linked, you can digivolve 1, which is pretty good. And the link, when it's linked, the linking ability is whenever you can digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, which is also really good. So having it on demand, just being, oh, if I have Dogashmon, I can just, or if I have a Digimon, I can just link this to any Appmon for 2, and it can digivolve into something. It's pretty good. So yep. And keep in mind, for the links, you can only link one at a time unless it has link +1. So most of the time you only have one linked card on there. So you can link, if you link a new card, the old card will just fall off. So keep that in mind. And then moving on, for the rest of the level 4s, we're running 4 of the Scopemon. Scopemon is here for a little hand refresh. So Scopemon's link ability is when this card is linked, you can draw 2 and discard 2. And then the on play and on evolution ability is by placing one card with Appmon or 3 Musketeer from your hand, or trash as this card's bottom evolution source. You can draw, you can gain 1 memory. So not bad. Scopemon is mainly here just to get a hand refresh when you link, but I think he's pretty good for other stuff as well. You can set up your trash so that you have other, when you have abilities that let you link from the trash, you can kind of use that. And then we're also running 2 of the, what's this called? This is called Associamon. So Associamon is at the end of the battle, you can play this card with from the security. You can play this with the playing cost, and then on play and evolution, when your opponent's Digimon gets -2000. So it's not super great, which is why I'm running this at 2, because I still want it to, I still want to be able to link with this card, but I don't think it's the link ability is too strong. -2k can help you kill flight gates, which is pretty nice as well. But aside from that, I don't think we need it too much. And then we're also running 3 of the Gossipmon. So Gossipmon is when linking, you can return 1 Digimon with the Appmon trait from your trash to hand. So this is very good for just recycling pieces. And then it also has the security ability of at the end of the battle, you can play this card with advanced cost. So it's pretty good for that as well, because you'll be able to use it on playability. And the on play and on evolution ability is you can return one Digimon, the Appmon trait from your trash to hand. So most of them have really similar abilities, whether you Digivolve, play, or link them. So pretty strong overall. I think mechanically it's pretty strong, but it's very piece reliant. And let's move on to level 5s. So level 5s are running 4 of the Globemon. So Globemon has security check +1, and then you can app fuse with Dogma and Timon. And on play and on evolution, you can link a level 4 or lower Digimon from this card from your hand to this card's evolution source with advanced cost. And then during your turn, when this card is linked, you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP than this one. So it has 10k, but when you link, you'll be able to get bigger stuff. So if you link a level 4, you can get +13. So for a level 5, that's pretty strong. Because you'll be at 13k, you can pop a lot of things. You have wide range of targets, and then it's once per turn. So it's as long as you can link, you can do it. So pretty much when you Digivolve, you'll be able to do it, which is really nice. And when linking, you can delete one Digimon with one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP in this card. So yeah, overall, definitely not a bad card. It is an SR, so understandable, but yeah, this is a nice card to sit on if you don't have your level 6. So next, we are also running 4 of the Carismon. So this card is a blocker, and then on play and evolution, you can link up so it's, from your trash. So instead of the hand, you can link from trash, which is pretty good. And this one links. This one app fuses from a Carismon and Associ. So we are running 3-2 of those. So, but with the Carismon in the Carismon in the main deck, I'm not too worried about not getting pieces, because you can just recycle pieces that you need. And then on your turn, whenever this card is linked, you can give one of your opponent's Digimon main phase. This Digimon attacks, which will force them to attack, and then you will have a Carismon that you can use to block with. So it's pretty good for that. And if you linked it with something, you'll be able to have a decent sized blocker. If you link a level 4, like on the ability, you'll have an 11k blocker. So we can just give it to something smaller, which is really nice. And then the inherent ability is when this one would leave the battle area by trashing one of this card's link cards, it doesn't leave. So this is the only type of protection this deck has. So if you don't have it, it's a little rough. But for the most part, you should be able to once you go into your Gaimon, I think it's pretty safe. Sometimes when you are only in your Carismon, since you are only allowed 1 link card, when you're not in your Gaimon, you won't have the protection. So once they get rid of the first layer and then you get a second layer, your deck's gone. But I think a lot of decks right now do have multiple forms of removal, so it's not super hard to get rid of. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Having 1 protection is better than nothing. But when you go into Gaimon, so Gaimon is the boss monster for the deck. So it's got blocker and link +1, which means you can link 2 cards. Which means if you have the Carismon on, it is once per turn. But if you would leave once on your opponent's turn and then you would leave once on your turn, you can kind of trash. You can do it twice, which is okay. And then you can also on attack and on evolution, you can link a card from your hand or evolution source to one of your Digimon with advanced cost. And then on your turn, whenever this Digimon is linked, you can unsuspend the Digimon and trash the top card or opponent's security. So this one doesn't have the security check +1, but you kind of get the security check +1 from the Globemon by having indirect security +1, which is even better. So overall, pretty strong boss monster. Yeah. Alright, next we have 4 of the Harus. So Haru is the member setup for the deck, and it's whenever one of your Digimon gets linked, you can suspend this tamer to draw one, and then one of your Digimon might app fuse into a card from your hand. So this is one of the ways that you can end of turn Digivolve by using this. It's pretty good. It's very strong for a rare, I think. It helps the deck a lot. I think without it, it'll be a lot slower, so having this is definitely a lot better. And then we're also running 4 of the App Link. So App Link is pretty much the searcher for the deck. So you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck and then add a card with Appmon or App Driver trait from your hand and trash the rest, and then place this in the battle area. So instead of going back to the bottom and trash this, which is pretty good because you can grab it back with the Gossipmon. And then at the end of turn, you can delay and link a card from your hand with one of your Digimon with a payments cost. So this is one of the ways that you can use your your Dogma. You can use this to link, and then you'll be able to attack with this. So yeah, pretty good. And then we're also running 2 of the Genai's House. So Genai's House is just here to give you a little bit of a buff, because if you want to attack early, I think Genai's House is pretty good for that, because it gives all of your level 3 or above Digimon plus 3,000, which makes if you're where is it? If your Gashmon is linked, it'll be 4K, and then with the Genai House, it'll be 7K. So it's pretty big for level 3. So you can kind of attack in there if you're really desperate, and it makes it even safer for your higher level Digimon to attack, because then you'll be able to beat over most things, even if you're not in Gaiamon. So yeah, Genai House is pretty good, and then obviously the security ability is strong. You can play a level 3 Digimon throw trash with a plane's cost, so you can help play your Nabimons back for some searches, or do Gachmons or Gachmons if you want to set up for next turn. So yeah, overall, I think the deck is very fun to play. I like this mechanic. Definitely am looking forward to more different strategies and different playstyles that the game is introducing. I think the game is trying to be really creative with how different Digimon are represented in the game, and having Appmon play completely different from how the rest of the game plays is pretty fun. Very interested to see how else they'll implement the link mechanic to other decks as well. Like for example, maybe they'll give us like Granny that links to Guilmon or a Galmon card. So because it's not really an evolution source. So I'm very excited to see what else they can do for it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to build this deck for your own, make sure to go to Bounty and use coupon code CARLTAGONIST0325 for 3% off on checkout on all products. Thank you for Bounty for sponsoring this video. And yeah, sorry for the delay. I've just been doing a lot of stuff, and this is we're running dry on content for Digimon just because there's the gap between BT-21 and EX9 is quite big. So I was trying to drag out the content, but probably shouldn't have. And I've been just busy in general, so apologize for that. But hopefully, once next month comes, end of this month as well, I'll have a lot more content to place, because I have my cases of Digimon coming in, and also have my Gundam coming in. So definitely a lot of content coming out this month, at the end of this month and next month. So very excited for that. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more content. This is CarTaku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!